and get a warrant without me knowing about it, and they can open my mail, they can bug my bedroom, they can bug my house, they can follow me around, they can probably take my DNA. I think it's bad enough that Facebook and Google know everything about us. Maybe not, well, maybe including our DNA. But here we have an agency that we have given that authority to do the same thing.
Ever wonder what really goes on behind closed doors in Washington? Today, Senator John Kennedy ripped the lid off one of the biggest controversies in recent years, the FBI's handling of the Russia probe. Buckle up, because what he said during the Senate Judiciary Committee hearing could shake your faith in government oversight.
I say this to my Republican colleagues, but also to my Democratic friends. We've all read the Horowitz report. Something's clearly wrong with respect to the FISA warrant process. Less noticed, but perhaps more important, was a follow-up by Mr. Horowitz after he did a audit of other FISA applications. And he found an equal number, actually many more, abuses. Maybe that's too pejorative. Let's settle on mistakes.
Kennedy kicked things off by shining a spotlight on the Horowitz report, which exposed serious problems with the way FISA warrants were handled. But it didn't stop there. A follow-up audit found even more abuses, and Kennedy wasn't shy about calling it out. According to him, there are only two explanations. Either political bias crept in, or the FBI and Justice Department got too arrogant for their own good. Neither option is comforting.
It seems to me that one of two things are going on. Number one, and I hope we don't find this, that some folks at the FBI have political opinions. My guess is they all do. You don't want to hire anybody to an important position if they haven't thought about the world and have a perspective about it. But we may find that not only did some people at the FBI and perhaps at the Department of Justice have political opinions, but they acted on it. And I would remind, not that I need to, but I think it's worth noting, my Democratic friends, that Mr. Comey investigated not one presidential campaign, but two presidential campaigns. And some have argued that his conduct, his behavior impacted the election results for Secretary Clinton. I wouldn't mind knowing about that either. So one possibility is bias and action upon that bias. The other possibility is arrogance. I don't think I've been here. I think I've been here a shorter period of time than anybody. Kamala and I came in together, but I think she beat me a few days. But one of the things I've noticed is that for some members of this town, their point of view is power corrupts, and absolute power is kind of cool.
Now, Kennedy's not afraid to talk about politics. He pointed out that everyone has opinions, but if those opinions start influencing investigations, we're all in trouble. Remember, former FBI Director James Comey investigated both presidential campaigns. Kennedy argued that should make all of us, no matter which side we're on, demand answers. And then he hit on something even more chilling: the sheer power of the FBI. Imagine agents secretly getting court approval to bug your home, track your phone, or even collect your DNA, all without you ever knowing. Kennedy warned that if these powers get abused, it's not just an inside the Beltway scandal, it's your freedom on the line. That's why he backed Senator Lee's reforms to the FISA process.
And we've got a system here where a member of the bureaucracy, I don't use that term in a pejorative sense, can go in front of a court in secret, which based on the statistics is a pretty compliant court, and get a warrant without me knowing about it, and they can open my mail, they can bug my bedroom, they can bug my house, they can follow me around, can probably take my DNA. I mean, I think it's bad enough that Facebook and Google know everything about us. Maybe not, well, maybe including our DNA. But here we have an agency that we have given that authority to do the same thing. And we need to find out what happened. And that's why I voted for Senator Lee's amendments. We were all told, at least on our side of the aisle, I don't know about y'all's, but on our side of the aisle, we were told that if we voted for Senator Lee's amendments, that the world would spin off its axis and we would see the end of Western order. Well, that didn't happen, and I like his amendment and the others who offered them, and I'm hoping we get that worked out. But it's not enough.
Kennedy said it's not about destroying the FBI, but about making sure the agency plays by the rules. Something's wrong in the Bureau, and Congress has got to fix it. Kennedy closed by warning that bigwigs might try to pin it all on some low-level agent, but he's not buying it. He called on both parties to work together, dig for the truth, and stop the blame game.
And we ought to both work together to find out what's happening here. It's not a criticism of the FBI as an institution, but something is going on over there. And I think this is just one person's point of view, and then I'm going to shut up, Mr. Chairman, and I'm not going to say another word. I believe I believe those who were involved in this, either through political bias and action upon it, or breathtaking arrogance, are going to try to blame all this on some junior G-man or G-woman in the basement of the FBI building with green eye shades. And they're going to say it's all his fault or all her fault, and we didn't know anything about it. I don't believe that. I think it was either bias or arrogance, and we got to find out, folks, and I hope we can do it together.
So what do you think? Is this about bias, arrogance, or something even bigger? Hit like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more no-nonsense coverage from Hot News Today. Stay sharp and stay informed.